The shocking invasion commander Zik stood in the middle of New Tokyo. The city was dead, buildings were broken, fire was still burning in some places. The wind made a crying sound through empty streets. Bodies of humans lay everywhere. Men, women, children, all dead. His thick grey skin felt cold. His 4 arms held a plasma rifle. His 3 eyes looked at the destruction. He felt proud. This was victory. Then his communicator made a noise. The voice of his officer came through. The voice was shaking. "Sir, the humans, they are coming." Zix laughed. It was a deep, ugly sound. "Let them come. What can one small planet do against the mighty Galactic Council?" The officer's voice became smaller. "Sir, there are too many ships to count." Zix stopped laughing. 6 months earlier, the Galactic Council meeting hall was huge. It was bigger than any Earth stadium. 50 different alien races sat in a circle. Some had scales, some had fur, some were made of gas, some had tentacles, but they all had one thought. Earth was weak. Chairman Vorak stood up. He was 15 feet tall. His blue skin shined under the lights. His voice was loud and strong. "Earth has resources we need: water, oxygen, minerals. They are a young race. They have only been in space for 300 years. They are nothing." The Zorgan representative raised his claw. "What about their military?" Everyone laughed. "What military?" Vorak said. "They have 50 ships. We have 50,000. They have 1 planet. We have 500. This will not be a war. This will be a harvest." Ambassador Krex from the Zalarian Empire stood up. His snake-like body moved slowly. "I have studied humans. They are emotional. They care too much about their young ones. This makes them weak. When we attack, they will cry. They will beg. They will surrender." More laughter filled the hall. The vote was quick. 50 races voted yes. 0 voted no. Earth would be taken. The first attack Mars was quiet that morning. The human colony there had 20,000 people. Families, scientists, miners. Children were going to school. Parents were working. It was a normal day. Then the sky turned black. 500 alien ships appeared. They did not send a warning. They did not ask for surrender. They just started shooting. The plasma beams were hot like the sun. Buildings melted. People turned to ash in seconds. Children screamed for their mothers. Mothers screamed for their children. But the shooting did not stop. Jake Wilson was 12 years old. He was in math class when the roof disappeared. His teacher, Mrs. Chen, pushed him under a desk. "Stay down, Jake." "Stay." She never finished. A green beam hit her. She was gone. Just dust in the air. Jake saw his best friend Tom trying to run. Tom made it 3 steps. Then he was also dust. The attack lasted 1 hour. When it stopped, Mars was silent. 20,000 humans were dead. The colony was destroyed. Nothing was left alive. Not even the dogs. The message commander Zix himself recorded the message to Earth. He stood in front of the burning Mars colony. Behind him, human bodies were piled high. "People of Earth, I am Commander Zix of the Galactic Council. Your Mars colony is gone. Your people are dead. You have 2 choices. Surrender now and become our slaves, or fight and watch your planet burn like Mars. You have 3 Earth days to answer." The message was sent to every screen on Earth, every television, every computer, every phone. 7 billion humans saw their dead children on Mars. They saw the burning buildings. They heard Zix laughing. Earth's response was nothing. 1 day passed. Silence. 2 days passed. Silence. 3 days passed. Silence. The silence. Before the storm in the Galactic Council Hall, everyone was celebrating. Vorek raised his glass of blue liquid. "The humans are scared. They cannot even answer. They know they are finished." Zix sent another message to Earth. "Your time is up, humans. Since you are too frightened to answer, we will take that as surrender. Our fleet is coming. Resistance is useless." Still, Earth said nothing. The alien fleet moved toward Earth. 50,000 ships. The largest fleet ever assembled. Every race sent their best warriors. They were ready to take Earth apart piece by piece. But then something strange happened. Every scanner in every alien ship started beeping. Then the beeping became screaming alarms. Red lights flashed everywhere. "Sir," the scanner officer shouted to Zix. "Ships. Human ships. They are everywhere." "How many?" Zix asked. The officer's 3 eyes were wide with fear. I cannot count them, sir. They are coming from behind every moon, every asteroid, from dark space itself. Thousands. No, tens of thousands. On the main screen, space itself seemed to move. It was not space. It was ships. Human ships. More than anyone had ever seen. Then, finally, Earth spoke. One message. One voice. Admiral Sarah Chen of Earth Defense Force. Her voice was calm. Too calm. Like the quiet before a storm. Hello, Galactic Council. You killed our children. You destroyed our colony. You asked what one planet can do. The pause felt like forever. You are about to find out. The humans didn't come to negotiate. We came to teach you why you should never touch Earth's children. The human ships moved forward like a wave of death. Commander Zix, for the first time in his life, felt something new. Fear. Humanity's dark secret Admiral Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of her battleship. The ship was called Remember Mars. In her hand she held a data pad. On it were names. 10,000 names. 10,000 children who died on Mars. She read each name slowly. Emma Johnson, age 5. Marcus Lee, age 7. Sophia Rodriguez, age 3. Her officers stood silent. Some had tears in their eyes. Admiral Chen looked up. Her face was hard like stone. For each name on this list, a world will burn. They think we are weak. They think we are prey. Today, they learn the truth. Today, they learn that humans are the thing that monsters fear. The secret history. 200 years ago, humans joined the Galactic Council. They came with open hands. They shared their music. They shared their food. They shared their medicine. Everyone thought humans were soft, kind, harmless. But humans remembered their history. They remembered World War I, World War II, World War III. They knew what they were capable of. They knew the monster that lived inside them, so they made a decision. They would be peaceful, but they would also be ready. Deep under Earth's oceans, they built factories. These factories had no names. They did not exist on any map, but they made weapons, terrible weapons. Under the moon's surface, they dug tunnels, miles and miles of tunnels. Inside these tunnels, they built ships, warships, thousands of them, all hidden, all waiting. On asteroids that looked empty, they placed sleeping drones. Millions of them. Each drone was small, but together they could eat a planet. The study but weapons were not enough. Humans did something else, something clever. They studied. For 200 years, human scientists lived with alien races. They were doctors, they were teachers, they were friends, and they learned everything. Dr. James Park lived with the Zorgans for 10 years. He learned they could not stand certain sounds. Frequencies that humans could not even hear made Zorgons go crazy. He sent this information home. Professor Lisa Chang studied with the Kritoks. She discovered their body temperature must stay hot. Below 0 degrees, they died in minutes. She sent this information home. Captain Mike Brown worked on Zalarian ships. He found a weakness in their shields. A certain type of radiation went right through. He sent this information home. Every human in space was a spy. But they were also real friends. They helped aliens. They saved alien lives. They married aliens. They had children with aliens. Nobody suspected them, because humans were good at one thing above all else. They were good at war, and the best war is the one your enemy does not know is happening. Protocol Omega. When Mars died, Earth did not cry. Earth did not shout. Earth went quiet. But in that quiet, something terrible woke up. Every human in the galaxy received one message. Just 2 words. Protocol Omega. Dr. Park was operating on a Zorgon patient. He finished the surgery. He saved the patient's life. Then he walked to his room and pressed a hidden button. Professor Chang was teaching Kritok children. She finished the class. She gave them homework. Then she went home and entered a code into her computer. Captain Brown was having dinner with his Zalarian wife. He kissed her. He told her he loved her. Then he went to the bathroom and activated a device. Across the galaxy, 300,000 humans did the same thing. They activated Protocol Omega, the awakening. The sleeping ships under the moon woke up. Their engines, cold for 200 years, roared to life. Their weapon systems came online. Their pilots, who had been training in secret their whole lives, took their positions. The factories under Earth's oceans went into overdrive. They stopped making hidden weapons. Now they made them openly. One missile every second, one drone every minute, one ship every hour. But the most frightening thing was the civilians. On Earth, something strange happened. Factories that made cars started making bullets. Hospitals started making poison gas. Schools became training camps. Children as young as 10 learned to build bombs. Grandmothers worked in weapon factories. Every human became a soldier, not because they were forced, because they were angry. The aliens had done something stupid. They had killed human children. And humans had one rule that every race should have known: never touch the children. The fleet arrives. When the human fleet appeared around the Galactic Council space station, the aliens could not believe their eyes. 50,000 human ships, but not just warships. There were ships made from old cargo vessels with weapons welded on, ships that were basically engines with guns, ships that looked like they should not even fly, but they all flew, and they all had weapons, and they all had one target. Commander Zix sent a message. "This is impossible. Our intelligence said you had 50 ships." Admiral Chen appeared on his screen. Behind her stood a child, a boy maybe 14 years old. He was wearing a uniform. He was holding a rifle. "You counted our military ships," she said. "You forgot something important about humans. When you threaten our children, every human becomes military. This boy lost his sister on Mars. He built the bomb that will destroy your flagship. Would you like to tell him he is too young to fight?" The boy said nothing. His eyes were empty. Dead. The eyes of someone who had lost everything. The message Admiral Chen sent a message to every alien world. The message was simple. It was terrifying. Galactic Council. You had peace. You had friendship. You had trade. This was not enough for you. You wanted our water, our air, our land. So you killed our children. She paused. Every alien watching felt cold. Now you will learn what humans really are. We are not prey. We are not victims. We are the species that split the atom. We are the species that went to our moon with computers less powerful than our phones. We are the species that survived ice ages, plagues, and world wars. Another pause. We are the species that invented the concept of total war. And now, you will experience it. The human fleet did not attack immediately. They just surrounded the council station, waiting, watching, like predators who had found their prey. Then Admiral Chen gave one last message, one that made every alien ruler lose sleep. You wanted to see human nature. You wanted to see what we really are. Congratulations. Now watch what happens when humanity stops pretending to be civilized. The lights on every human ship turned red. Weapons powered up. The sound was like thunder in space. The war had not started yet, but every alien knew one thing. They had made a terrible mistake. The Council's Terror Council Chairman Vorak sat in his office. His blue hands were shaking. A small package sat on his desk. It had arrived 10 minutes ago. No sender name, no return address, just a box. He opened it slowly. Inside were photos. Thousands of photos. His home, his wife's garden, his children's school, his mother's medical center. Every place his family went. Every place they felt safe. At the bottom was a note. Simple words in human English. We know where you live. We know where they sleep. We know where everyone you love breathes. Humanity. Vorak dropped the photos. For the first time in his 300 years of life, he felt true fear. The psychological war begins. The humans did not attack. Not yet. They did something worse. Every communication channel in the galaxy started playing a sound. It was children crying. Human children. The children from Mars, their last moments. Their screams. Their calls for their mothers. The sound played everywhere. On military channels. On entertainment channels. On private phones. In elevators. In hospitals. In schools, the aliens tried to turn it off. They could not. The humans had hacked everything, 24 hours a day. The crying never stopped. Ambassador Krex of the Zalarian Empire had not slept for 3 days. Every time he closed his eyes, he heard the children. He smashed his communication devices. The crying continued from the walls, from the lights, from everywhere. His assistant found him in his office, hitting his head against the wall. "Make it stop!" he screamed. "Make the children stop crying." But they did not stop. The Watchers, then came the drones. They appeared over every major alien city. Small black things. They did not attack. They did not speak. They just watched. Each drone had a camera. The camera never blinked. It recorded everything. Every alien walking to work. Every alien eating dinner. Every alien sleeping. And all the recordings went back to Earth. On Zorgon Prime, a mother was feeding her baby. She looked up. A drone was watching through her window. She moved to another room. Another drone was there. She ran outside. 5 drones followed her. She called the military. Please make them go away. The military officer sounded tired. We tried, citizen. We shot them down. New ones came. We shot those down. More came. They have millions, maybe billions. We cannot stop them all. The paranoia spreads. The Kritok Emperor called an emergency meeting. His generals sat around the table. They all looked sick. None had slept. What do the humans want? The Emperor asked. General Voss stood up. His voice was rough. We do not know, Lord. They do not answer our messages. They just watch and play those sounds. Those terrible sounds. Have they made demands? No, Lord, nothing. Just silence and crying children. The Emperor slammed his fist on the table. This is madness. War has rules. You fight or you negotiate. You do not just watch. Suddenly every screen in the room turned on. Admiral Chen's face appeared. She said 4 words. You killed our babies. Then the screens turned off. The Emperor's scales turned white. How did they hear us? This room is protected. A small voice came from the ceiling, from the walls, from everywhere. Nothing is protected from grieving parents. The breaking point, one by one, alien worlds started breaking. On the Pentari homeworld, citizens stopped going outside. The drones made them paranoid. They felt watched even in their sleep. Crime stopped, but so did everything else. The economy crashed in 2 weeks. The Quillan Republic tried to fight back. They sent their entire fleet to attack Earth. The fleet never arrived. It simply disappeared. No battle, no explosion, just gone. The only message from the humans, try again. The Morphic Collective, beings of pure energy, thought they were safe. Then their energy field started showing pictures. Pictures of dead human children, burned into their very essence. They could not escape because the images were part of them now. The council breaks in the council hall. Representatives were fighting each other. This is your fault, Vorak, screamed the Zorgon leader. You said humans were weak. You all voted yes. Vorak shouted back, every one of you. The Zalarian ambassador was in the corner, rocking back and forth. The children. I can still hear the children. Then the lights went out. Complete darkness. A hologram appeared in the center. Admiral Chen, but not alone. Behind her stood thousands of humans, men, women, children, all silent. All staring. Galactic Council, she said. Her voice was calm. Too calm. You have been judged. You killed 20,000 innocent humans. 20,000. She held up a list. We have made our own list. For every human child you killed, one of your military bases will disappear. For every human adult, one of your warships. You do the math, Vorak tried to speak. Please, we can... Too late for apologies, Chairman. Far too late. The disappearances it started that night. The Zorgon's main military base on Trigon 5. Gone. Not destroyed. Not blown up, just gone. A perfect circle of empty space where it used to be. The Kretok's flagship, Pride of the Empire. Gone. The crew was found floating in escape pods. They could not remember what happened. They just kept repeating, the children came for us. Every night more disappearances. No explosions, no battles. Things just stopped existing. The Galactic Council tried to track the humans. Impossible. Their ships appeared and disappeared like ghosts. Their technology was beyond understanding. Then came the worst part. The Revelation Ambassador Krex received a visitor. A human, an old woman. She walked with a stick. She looked harmless. Hello, Ambassador, she said. I am Grandmother Chen. My granddaughter Emma died on Mars. She was 5. Krex's security raised their weapons. Grandmother Chen laughed. Go ahead, shoot, see what happens. They did not shoot. She sat down. I have a message from Earth. Would you like to hear it? Krex nodded. He could not speak. We could kill you all, she said simply. Every last one of you. We have weapons you cannot imagine. Viruses that target specific DNA, nanobots that can disassemble a planet in days, bombs that can make stars go supernova. She pulled out a photo. A little girl smiling. This was Emma. She wanted to be a space doctor. She wanted to help aliens who were sick. Tears ran down the old woman's face. We could use those weapons. Turn your worlds to ash. Make you extinct. And part of us wants to. The angry part. The hurt part. The parent part that screams for revenge. She stood up. But Emma would not want that. The children would not want that. So we offer you something else. A choice, but choose quickly. Because every day you wait, the angry part of humanity grows stronger. She walked to the door, then turned back. Oh, an ambassador? The crying children you hear, that's nothing. We have recordings of their final breaths. Their last words calling for mommy and daddy. Would you like to hear those instead? Craggs fell to his knees. No, please. What do you want? Tell us what you want. Grandmother Chen smiled. It was not a kind smile. Simple, complete surrender. Every race, every world, under human protection, forever, or we stop being nice. She left. The crying children got louder. The brutal end 1 year later, the Galactic Council Hall was empty. Dust covered the seats. The great symbols of 50 races were gone. Only one flag remained. Earth's blue and green banner. Commander Zix stood in chains. His forearms were bound. His 3 eyes looked at the floor. Around him stood the other former leaders. All in chains. All defeated, not by bombs, not by lasers, but by fear. Admiral Chen walked in. Behind her, no guards. She needed none. Everyone knew the rules now. Never touch Earth, never touch humans, never touch their children. The slow starvation. The humans had been smart. They had not destroyed civilian targets. Not one alien child had died. Not one hospital was touched. Not one school was damaged, but they controlled everything else. Every trade route had human checkpoints. Any ship carrying food to Council worlds was turned back. Medicine shipments were stopped. Technology exports ended. We are not killing you, Admiral Chen had said. You are killing yourselves. Share with each other. Help each other. Or starve alone. But the 50 races had never really been friends. They had been allies of convenience. When the pressure came, they turned on each other. The Zorgans hoarded their grain. The Kretoks kept their medicine. The Zolarians closed their borders. In 6 months, the mighty Galactic Council ate itself alive. The Resignation's chairman, Vorak, was the first to break. The crying children had played in his office for 200 days straight. He had not slept in months. His family begged him to surrender. He appeared on Galactic News. His blue skin was pale. His eyes were hollow. I resign, he said simply. Humanity wins. I cannot hear the children anymore. Please, make it stop. The crying in his office stopped immediately. The silence was beautiful. Within a week, every leader resigned. They could not take the psychological warfare, the watching drones, the crying children, the fear that tonight might be the night their world disappeared. The new order. Admiral Chen called a meeting. Not in the council hall, on Earth in a small town in Kansas, in a school, the same kind of school where human children had learned and played. Like the children on Mars, the alien leaders arrived. They were not in chains now, but they were broken. Chen stood at a teacher's desk. Behind her was a chalkboard. On it, written in simple letters, class rules. Welcome to your education, she said. Today you learn how to be civilized. She picked up a piece of chalk. Started writing. Rule 1. Every race protects every other race's children, always. Rule 2. No military action without unanimous consent. Every race must agree. Rule 3. Any attack on civilians means immediate isolation from all. Trade, forever. Rule 4. Earth leads the Council for 1,000 years. Non-negotiable. Ambassador Craggs raised a trembling hand. What if we refuse? Chen put down the chalk, walked to him, looked him in the eye. Then we stop pretending to be nice, and you learn what humans did to each other in something called World War II. Would you like a history lesson? Craggs shook his head quickly. Good choice. The Earth Protection Treaty. The document was simple. 5 pages, written in every language. The terms were clear. Every race would provide ships for Earth's defense. Every race would send teachers to Earth. Every race would share their medicine with humans. Any threat to Earth meant war with all. In return, humans would share their technology, but not their weapons. Never their weapons. You don't deserve our trust, Chen told them. Maybe your children will. Maybe their children will. But you killed babies. You forfeit trust forever. One by one they signed. What choice did they have? The truth revealed after the signing, Chairman Vorak asked Chen a question. The weapons, the planet killers, how many do you really have? Chen smiled. Do you really want to know? Yes, she pulled out a small device. Pressed a button. The wall became a screen. It showed space around Earth, thousands of satellites, each one marked with a skull. Each satellite can crack a planet like an egg. We have 5,000. We could have ended your civilizations in one day. Vorak's legs gave out. Then why didn't you? Because we are not you, Chen said. We do not kill children. We do not destroy the innocent. We are monsters, yes, but we are monsters with rules. She helped him stand. But remember this. Vorak, we chose mercy once. If you make us choose again, we might choose differently. The galaxy's new reality 5 years passed. Alien children now learned human history in school. They learned about human wars, human cruelty, human genius, human mercy. A young Zorgan asked his teacher, why are humans so dangerous? The teacher, an old Kritok warrior, thought carefully. Because they know what they are, he said. They do not pretend to be peaceful. They choose to be peaceful. There is a difference. What difference? A creature that is peaceful by nature is harmless. A creature that chooses peace despite its nature is terrifying, because it can choose otherwise. The child did not understand. He would, when he was older. The memorial on Mars, where the colony had been destroyed. Humans built a memorial, 20,000 names carved in black stone. Above them, words in every alien language. Here lie humanity's children. They died for our future. Their sacrifice taught the galaxy a lesson. Human children are everyone's children now. Protect them all. Every year aliens visited. They brought flowers from their worlds. They read the names. They remembered, and they shuddered, because they knew. If they forgot this lesson, if they ever hurt human children again, there would be no memorial for them. Only empty space where their worlds used to be. The final message. Admiral Chen retired after the treaty. Her last day, she broadcast a message to the galaxy. 50 years ago, you thought humans were weak. You were wrong. We were not weak. We were kind. There is a difference. You mistook our kindness for weakness, our mercy for inability, our friendship for submission. That was your first mistake. Your second mistake was touching our children. There will not be a third mistake, because now you know the truth. Humans are not the prey in this galaxy. We never were. We are the apex predators who learned to be shepherds, and we protect our flock. All of it, even you, but remember, inside every shepherd lives a wolf. And you have seen what happens when the wolf wakes up. Pray it never wakes again, because we showed you 1% of our anger. 1% brought your entire civilization to its knees. Imagine what 100% looks like. Actually, don't imagine it. That way leads to madness. Just remember the rules. Follow them. Teach them to your children. Make them religion if you must, and maybe, in 1,000 years, when the memory of Mars has faded, when new generations have grown, when trust has been rebuilt, maybe then we can be friends again. Real friends this time, but until then, remember, Earth is watching. Earth remembers, Earth protects, and Earth never forgets her children. Epilogue. In a classroom on Zorgan Prime, young Zix-7 raised his hand. Teacher, are humans still angry? The teacher, a human woman named Sarah, smiled sadly. No, child. We are not angry anymore. We are watchful. There is a difference. Will you ever trust us again? Sarah looked at the eager young faces. Zorgon, Krytok, Zalarian, human, all learning together. Your parents? No, you, maybe? Your children? I hope so. She pointed to a poster on the wall. It showed human and alien children playing together. That is the future we fight for. That is why we became monsters. So you could become better. The bell rang. School was over. As the children left, Sarah noticed Zix-7 helping a human child with her backpack. Maybe, she thought. Maybe there was hope. But outside in orbit, the weapons satellites still watched. Still waited, just in case, because humans had learned the most important lesson of all. Peace through strength. Protection through fear. Love through power. And never, ever let them forget why Earth's children must never cry again. The end.